Hey, it's Steve Tomaszewski, and we're back live at SEARS World Headquarters with Tom Aiello. Hi, Tom. We're back.
Hey, Steve.
Good, good. Okay, we got modern technology. We got the wire cable going here. Hold on to this 1 second.
Okay.
We just started talking. Give us that one.
The website is sears.com/heroes at home.
And I see already in the chat room coming up that you said that a little faster. Let's say that a little slower for people who didn't ever come out right now.
Yeah. Again.
It's right on the screen. There it is. Say it's on the screen. Sears.com.
Sears.
/heroes at home.
That's exactly right.
Okay. We're doing that good. All right. Now, every now and then, thank you. People say, all right, I sent my money in. Where did it go? What happens to it? And you're about to start telling us some of the responses that you get from people.
Yeah, I think one of the most amazing things that happens with the money is that you would think, oh, these families are going to go out and buy these extravagant gifts, these nice things. But you know what they end up doing? They end up spending the money on necessities. You'll see, we can track what it's being spent on, and it's children's clothing, bedding. 80% of the items are for children, so they're
Wow.
And they're necessities. They're not going out buying TVs and Wiis. They're buying very basic necessities.
Well, I don't think people, I think that's very important because they go, well, it's the holidays. Maybe a child will get a toy, or it's like, well, or they have a gift card. It might be for what, $100 or $200? Might that be a roundabout figure?
Yeah, it's somewhere between $50 and $150.
And for the audience to hear today, and that I just want to say thank you so much for allowing the Soldiers family to come out here today and to listen to this, because if you knew that a child or someone said they've got new bedding, it doesn't mean a lot when you're thinking about it, but when you go to sleep at night, you're going, wow, I know where the money has gone to, and you're able to track. Whose idea was it to track it? I mean, that's outstanding. Yeah. I would never thought of that. It's like, well, you hope it does good, right?
Yeah, no, and that's the beauty of using the gift cards, because we can track it. We can see where they're spending it, and it teaches us a little bit about where some of the needs may exist with these families.
And now with Kmart, they also have the layaway, and if you need a bedroom set or they need something, you're going to have to believe in the theory that you're doing this for a good reason. At Sears.com/heroes at home, write that down. Or, go to Sears, go to Kmart and say, you know what, I want to make a donation. How do I do that? It's got to be pretty easy.
Yeah, at the register at any Sears store, you'll walk right up and they'll ask you if you'd like to make a donation. And the most amazing thing, even despite the economy not being the best right now, so many people do give. They still make a difference.
Well, even $1 helps, right, Tom?
Yeah, it sure does. It makes a huge difference.
Okay. Now, you've got some responses from people here. And you're going to tell us about some of the letters you got back?
Yeah, the response, literally, we get thousands of people.
Thousands.
People writing back in, telling us about what a difference it made in their. I personally received phone calls from military spouses who were in tears on the phone saying, we didn't think we were going to have a holiday, and you've given us a little something to put under our tree, and you've made all the difference in the world. It's very humbling to be a part of that. I've got a couple ones here that are recent. This one says, I'm an Army wife on the way back home to our duty station from being on leave. My husband deployed shortly after we got back, and seeing that we got the gift card made my day. Our boys will have a great Christmas even though Daddy won't be there. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is giving me a chance to make Christmas as amazing as I possibly can. That's Sonia from El Paso, Texas.
Well, you always get that point in the show. Something always happens, and that's it. I try, and I've done, what is it, Johnny? This is our 373rd show? Fourth. Okay, today, we're close. And there it is. I sit here and go, I'm going to finally stop and get through a show and just not feel it. I could feel this letter. And I'll tell you what, $1, you think about that, and there's got to be a couple million people going to Sears every day, okay, that if you just donate the $1 or whatever you can, it does help. And where does it go? Now you're telling us you're tracking it, and people are sending, out of the 20,000 plus people, that's just simply outstanding. We can't thank you enough, Tom. You got another one here?
Yeah, I think this.
You got another one? It's good. Let's get another one.
This one says, "Thank you for your support to all military soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. We all appreciate it. This Marine family will be using the gift card to help out a fellow Navy family who suffered a loss. Thank you." And that's from Oceanside, California. The interesting point that is we hear about that a lot is a family will get the gift card. They didn't expect that they would get something, and they end up helping a military family that's less fortunate. And that says so much about these families.
Well, the long and short of it, just knowing that a large company, gives back a little bit. This is tremendous. And I'm saying people are going, how do I give? Where to go? And the holidays are coming.
Right.
And everybody's going to go give it. You know what, folks? Maybe you can stop at Sears, and if you go there, that'd be great in the $1. But any charity that you give to, you've got to be careful these days. Here, this young man sitting next to me, has been through the gamut, is out there now. He's have a full time job, and also is willing to help others, and you got to have a little bit of trust there. Now, is there not only Sears.com/heroes at home, but is there an email they can send you a question to?
If you're
Or if they go on site, they can go right to the site and contact you through Sears.com/heroes at home.
Yeah, there is a way to get through there, but I could also offer up my email address.
Go, get your pens out again.
It's simply tom.aillo@SearsHC.com.
That's Sears. It stands for Holding Corporation, right?
That's correct.
Boy, I know all that. Let's go through that one more time. Let's get that email. Okay.
It's tom.aillo@SearsHC.com.
So now it's already September. You're working with the Wish Registry, Heroes at Homes, and it's something that you didn't even bring up. So I got to bring it up now. You go out and work on houses and homes for veterans.
Yeah, that's what we do predominantly in the summer months. Okay. So we're raising money and we're going out. We're rebuilding on average about 500 homes a year through Heroes at Home, and that's what
a year.
We've rebuilt now.
Move over extreme makeover. Okay.
We've rebuilt a total of about 1,300 to date. Wow. And these are homes of wounded warriors where they need accessible modifications, a ramp, hardwood floors, widened doorways, lowered countertops, accessible bathtubs, things like that, as well as homes of veterans, particularly aging veterans that are at risk of not being able to stay in their home. We can go in and make modifications to their home that enable that veteran to stay in their own home and not have to go into a nursing home or something like that.
Let me say from off screen, Sears has been doing this to help guys come up there for this whole 3 of the beginning. They don't get any credit for this credit. Sears is one of the greatest American companies.
People need to step up, shop at Sears. Sears supports our guys.
Well, one of the things, too, we want to do is shout out to our friends at the VFW out there. We do the show for the state of Illinois VFW. Terry Vance, how are you? Everybody see you down there in Springfield. Bill Wolf, we're going to be up with next weekend. We're going to Michigan and a veterans home. And, everybody tries to give back. But, we take time. We get a lot of calls. And you're listening to a young man, been there, done that, full-time job, and still finds in addition time. And now, we mentioned it earlier, you actually had a chance to talk with the First Lady of the United States and do some work with her.
Yeah, when we were actually rebuilding our 1,000th home, it was in Washington, D.C., and we put out an invitation to the First Lady in the hopes that she would come, and kind of surprised us all that she did arrive. And obviously there was a little advanced detail Secret Service that was involved in that. But it was great, and she didn't come on location to just make a speech. She came. She painted a wall. She got her hands dirty, literally, and worked on this home for this veteran.
So you put her to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Her and Dr. Jill Biden, she was there as well.
We just seen them recently to go through there. So thanks for everybody for allowing us to be here at Sears World Headquarters. Sears.com/heroes at home. There's a website you can do, but even better than that, you can go to any Sears store, right, Tom?
That's correct.
And just say, I'd like to donate $1 or $2. Buy something if you're there. Great products, great prices. And everybody shops and shop online. And you can go to the website and make a contribution on time, right? Online, right, Tom?
Yep. and they'll be able to start to see some of the comments on our Facebook page of those families that are getting help.
You know, right now, and we know that you've got to go on to your next meeting. Right now, there's a young man or a young woman um, defending our country that's not sure that why they're there. And if anybody even knows that they're there, they could be in the Aleutian Islands, they could be in South Korea, Russia, Kabul, down to Rio de Janeiro. What would you like to say to that young man, soldier or sailor, or even veteran today, defending our freedom, so we could be here today?
I would just simply say thank you so much for the sacrifices. I know what you're going through, and I just want to say, as long as there's people like me and people like SEARS, we're going to be here waiting for you. We're going to support you upon your return. We're going to try to give you a job, and we're going to do everything in our power to take care of you. And thank you for your sacrifice.
Doesn't get any better than that. Live from Sears World headquarters, we're going to take a short break. Tom Aiello, give him that email one more time, Tom.
Email address is tom.aiello@searshc.com.
And that website again, I'm going to say it 3 more times: Sears.com/heroes at home, or go to Sears, go to Kmart. And you know what? We talked to a lot of companies, but they're doing something good here. So if you have to go out and buy something in the next few months, stop by a Sears store and say, hey. We always say, if you can't stand behind our troops, we suggest you stand in front of them. Final words, Tom?
Well, just thank you so much for coming out today. We love your show.
And who's coming up next? Who's coming up next?
We've got our good friend here, Christina Dibble. She
What does she do?
heads up our military recruiting for the company. And
She's got jobs?
Yeah, she's got a lot of
Jobs?
looking for veterans.
Great. Stick around. We'll be right back with the Soldiers Family TV and radio talk show live at Sears World headquarters in Hoffman Estates.